All praises goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Sai, Bahashem, Habrakar Kadas. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well and taught me this truth. And peace and salutation to Yakim across the four corners of the globe, preaching this gospel in truth and sincerity. Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourself treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do it corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourself treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do it corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart also be also. That's why we gotta put our heart in this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, all right? Put our heart in the scriptures, all right? And not lay up treasures on this earth, because why? It's all gonna perish, man. Everything that you see is temporal. So getting money, having a business, even having a family on this side is gonna perish, okay? So we should be laying treasures up on this side, all right? The money is about to collapse, all right? All of these properties about to be a lot of these people are about to be kicked out of their houses. A lot of over 52 million people have lost their jobs, and it's probably about 100 and maybe about 150 million people that's not working, maybe more, all right? But as you can see, laying up your treasures on this side ain't gonna do nothing for you. All right, Matthew 6:33. Matthew 6:33. But seek ye the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. And how do you seek ye the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh? All right, Joshua 1:8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. So this wisdom and knowledge and understanding, if we put our mind on these scriptures, guess what? We're going to have good success. We're going to know what's going on in the spirit, what's happening in the world, what time we're living in, who we are, what our heritage is, where we come from, who's our power, all right? That's how you seek ye the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. You meditate in this word day and night. Let me see if I could find a quick scripture that just came to mind. Let me see. It might be in Wisdom of Solomon. Bear with me.
We're Acceptance Insurance, and we live where you do. People see me on the street in my community, they wave at me, they know me as...
I can't find it. All right, but you seek your help by seeing how side first, because guess what? All of this shit is about the crash. All right. Let's see. All right, I got a couple articles. I'm not gonna read them. I'm just gonna read the key points. But this is Bloomberg. A spat of bank runs break out in China, fueled by social media. All right. Worried savers have descended on three banks since June. Regulator warns of sharp rise in bad loans, capital shortages. All right, so they saying that they've been giving out a lot of bad loans and people ain't got enough money to come back and pay it. And then you got people scared that they're not gonna be able to get money out the bank, so they run into the banks trying to take all their money out at one time, which we know there's not enough money in the banks to take out all at one time. So these people are hey man, this system is collapsing, man. This system is collapsing. China imposes China imposes checks on large transactions after bank runs. China asks banks to forego 211 billion to help boost the economy. China moves 28 billion of funding to backstop troubled banks. All right, so they doing the same thing. They trying to pump money into their banks to keep them afloat, just like we do with the repo operations. We pump all that money in the banks to keep them afloat. Why? Because the money is no good no more. All right, so just that title lets you know what time we're in. We're in the time of the economic collapse. Another article looming. Evictions may soon make 28 million homeless in the U.S. Just gonna read the key points. The coronavirus pandemic could result in 28 million Americans being evicted. All right, and that's gonna cause all kind of hell and chaos. By compromise, by comparison, by comparison, 10 million people lost their homes in the Great Recession. Here's what we can expect from this crisis. Which, if 10 million lost their home for the Great Recession and back in 2008, you already know that it's going to be worse this time. All right, so that lets you know what time we're in. Let me give you a couple of scriptures. Sirach, chapter 29 and 21. The chief thing for life is water, so you need water to drink, nourish your body, bread to nourish your body, water to nourish the thirst, and clothing, all right, to cover your shame, and then housing to cover shame, all right? Because if you don't have a place to live, man, fuck, you out there in the elements. So you need water, bread, clothing, and definitely a house. So all these people that's about to be evicted, you already know that's going to lead to nothing but chaos, civil unrest, more rioting in the streets. All right. Ecclesiasticus 39 and 26. The principal thing for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grapes, and oil and clothing. All right. So you need these basic necessities to survive life. You definitely need a place to stay. All right. But as you can see, a lot of people are about to be homeless. All right. United warns 36,000 employees of potential job cuts as pandemic roused travel demands. Roused travels demand. All right, so United is an airline. I'm going to just read the key points. United is warning about 36,000 frontline employees about the potential furlough. Furlough is just another name of you being fired. Furloughed and, laid off. All of that shit mean you fired, man. The term of 25 billion in federal aid prohibit airlines from laying off or furloughing records until October 1st. So they got all this money, but you still gonna let these people go, man. These companies just got rich. Airlines are urging employees to take buyouts or early retirement package to avoid involuntary cuts. So they trying to buy you out. So hey, you can go on about your business and they done away with you. United Airlines on Wednesday said it is warning about 36,000 frontline employees, more than a third of its staff, about potential furloughs as the coronavirus pandemic continues to roll travel demands. So they ain't traveling that much no more. So all these people that work for the airline are about to get fired. The potential for the mass job cuts, the largest announced by the U.S. airlines so far, comes as signs of a recovery in air trade fade with new coronavirus infection and travel restrictions. Other airlines have warned employees about possible staff reduction and are like to follow suit with similar formal notice in the coming weeks. All right, so basically these people are about to all get fired, man. All right, and that's beautiful. That's why you shouldn't be putting your trust in this place, man. All right, because most of these people are going to get laid off. You're going to get furloughed. All right. All right, Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keeper of the house shall tremble, and the strong man shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease. All right, the keepers of the house are these elite. All right, these bankers and shit. All right, the strong man shall bow themselves. Their military ain't shit, and the grinders, meaning the work, the grinders cease, meaning stop, because there are few, meaning there's not a lot of businesses open. So as you can see from this coronavirus pandemic, a lot of businesses are closing and they were reopening, but now they're reclosing, okay? And those that look out of the window be darkened. Why? Because they don't have a future, all right? They don't have a future. You can see from this right here, when you got 36,000 people about to be fired all at one time, it's looking grim. And this is from airlines, all right? We didn't even get into the mortgages. All right, Wolf Street. It starts. Mortgage delinquency suddenly soar at record pace. All right, so this is where we at with it, man. And this is just for April, the very beginning of the pandemic impact of on housing. Okay, it's actually worse. Mortgages that are in forbearance and have not missed a payment before going into forbearance don't count as delinquents. They're reported as current, and 8.2 of all mortgages in the U.S. are 4.1 million loans are currently in forbearance, according to Mortgage Bankers Association. But if they did not miss a payment before entering forbearance, they don't count in the sudden spike delinquency data. So they still ain't counting all of these other people that haven't paid. All right, since they started their delinquents, they were paid up, and then when they started their forbearance, they still haven't paid, but they're not included in this 4.1 number. All right, it's way more people than these statistics show. All right, transition from current to 30-day past due in April. The shares of all mortgages that were past due but less than 30 days soared to 3.4 of all mortgages, the highest in the data going back to 1999. This was up from 0.7 in April last year during the housing bust. This rate peaked in November 2008 at 2%. From 30 to 59 days past due, the rate of these early delinquencies soared to 4.2 of all mortgages, the highest in the data going back to 1999. So these people are about to lose their homes also. All right? They're about to lose their homes, man. And it says, verse 4, and the doors shall be set in the street. And these people are losing their houses. They're losing their business. Businesses are closing down. Doors are having to set. They got empty houses, empty mansions all over the United States because people cannot afford them. When the sound of the grinding is low, which the grinding is low, when you got 52 million people out of a job, and we can show you this. It's not just a joke, you know. 52 million jobless. Let me try another word. Let's see if this one makes something come up. Another 1.3 million people filed for unemployment yesterday, on Thursday, because the unemployment numbers come out on Thursday. Yesterday, Thursday, on the 16th. 1 point, but it's not showing me that 52 million people that I know, and it's more than that. It's probably like 150 million that are out of a job, but not all of them are getting unemployment, or not all of them are getting the stimulus check either. So they are all struggling. It's predominantly the Israelites, because we're the poor. And all of these jobs were like service jobs. Let's see if this pulls it up. Mass eviction incoming. Jobless claims hit new record 50 million. Over 50 million Americans have now filed for jobless claims. $51 million people on unemployment. Let's see what this is. That's a lot of people, man. There's a lot of people that's unemployed right now. And you telling me we're living in the greatest economy ever?
James Kaufman, World News Report today. Today is July 16th, 2020, folks. It is about 11 a.m. Central here in the U.S. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world, folks. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and ring that bell for critical future updates. Folks, jobless claims for this week have been released, and we're up to a total of 51 million plus people that are on the unemployment rolls currently. Folks,
You heard that? 51 million people that are unemployed currently, man. 51 million people. Verse Ecclesiastes 12:4. And the doors shall be shut in the street when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, which that's your alarm clock. All right, the grinding is low because these jobs are going out of business. They blaming it on the coronavirus. That's why they setting everything down. And all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Yeah, Israel is at an all-time low. And this music is hideous. It's demonic, man. All right? It's demonic, man. So all of this shit, shit that's happening in the world is because it's the downfall of Babylon. 5. Also, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fears shall be in the way, and the almond trees shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail. And those grasshoppers, those locusts right now, they're fucking up everything. And you see these people heart, their desires failing because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners goeth about the street. And that's why you see so many people mourning and so many people rioting, protesting, and that's why there's a high uptick in domestic violence and murder and robbery and crime, period. All right? Hey, man, it's over with. It's over with. The desire of these people have failed because they don't have any more fight, man. That's why they're in the street doing all this shit. They're mourning.
weren't but about 130 million jobs that would qualify for unemployment. Many people work on contract labor and other types of jobs that are part-time that don't qualify for employment benefits. Further, the U.S. government has been contributing to these unemployment benefits. They're giving each person an extra $600 a month through the Federal CARES Act. This ends July 31st, which is 2 weeks away, folks. Can you imagine? Many of these people that have been put on the unemployment rolls will actually be completely eliminated at that point. Others will have $600 deducted from their unemployment benefits. Can you say, storm on the horizon? I've warned you people as many times, as many ways as I possibly can. 51 million people on the current unemployment rolls, and these don't include company owners. They don't include so many people that just didn't qualify, folks. Remember, there were only about 130 million real full-time jobs to start off with. God bless you guys. I hope you know what this means and what we're headed for.
And the men of the Lord, we know what this means. This means all out chaos. All right, let's get to it. Let's get them scriptures. Second Ezra, 16, and let's start at Second Ezra 16, and we're gonna start right here. "17, and this is Ezra speaking. Woe is me, which is death and destruction. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings." All right, that's where we at. The beginning of famine and great debt. All right, we're in that time. The beginning of wars. That's why you hear of all these different countries coming against each other. Predominantly all these countries coming against America. And the power shall stand in fear. Yeah, you fucking elites, y'all gonna be fearful because y'all enterprise isn't gonna come to pass. The beginning of evils. All right, evils is bad times. What shall I do when these evils shall come? That's what the prophet is asking. And if you're a man of the Lord, you're gonna be prophesying and doing the work of the Lord until Yahweh gets here. 19. Behold, famine and plagues, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for the amendment. All right, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. See, these 2/3, they're not gonna turn from their wickedness. They're not gonna be mindful of these scourges to correct them. All right, but instead you about to go do holy fucking hell out here. All right, and this is what's gonna happen when the system collapses, when there's no food, no water. These people are about to lose it, man. You see, it says, verse 19, behold, famine and plagues, tribulation and anguish are sent for scourges for the amendment. All right, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victual shall be so good, cheap upon the earth. This is all happening right now simultaneously. Shit is cheap. The gas was cheap, and then the food is cheap, you know. And these people think they're in a good case, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth. See, evils happening every day and getting worse and worse. Sword, famine, and great confusion. And all of this is getting ready for the day of the Lord, in which Yahweh is going to come back, which that ain't a good day for you people. All right? Verse 22, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. So most of y'all are going to die from the lack of food. And the others that escape from hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. And that's what's happening right now. These cities are being cast down, man. These cities are being broken down. All right, that's why you have all of this happening. It's just so much that's happening all at once that how can you not see that this is the end? All right, Isaiah 24:7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languishes, and all the merry heart do sigh. Why are they sighing? Why are they sighing right now? All right, Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And how are they mourning? How are they mourning? All right. Isaiah 19 and 2. And I will set Egyptians against Egyptians, and they shall fight every one. They shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. See, they're fight. They're gonna fight against each other, man. All of this shit is about to break apart. All right, and they're mourning. They're mourning because they got lack. They don't have the the necessary things, man, that they need. Their city is being broken down. All right, so you're gonna have friends out here warring against each other, man. You're gonna have friends going to war against each other that been friends for years, man. And there's nothing you can do about it. All right, because this is scriptural. Second Ezra 2 and 2. As for the servant, let me make sure. Oh no. Second Ezra 6 and 22. See, everything is being broken down. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. So all these stores, Target, Walmart, Big Lots, Macy's, Safeway, all of that shit is about to be empty. The full storehouse shall suddenly be found empty, and the trumpet shall give a sound. That's the men of the Lord letting you know what's going on. Which, when every man hear it, they shall be suddenly afraid. All right, verse 24. And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. See, your homeboy gonna be your enemy. You're gonna be in these streets fighting over water, bread, food, and everything. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. So you're gonna have people fighting against each other, friends fighting against each other like enemies, and they ain't gonna even have no water out here, man. All right, they're not gonna have no water out here. All right, all of this shit is about to be total chaos. Verse 25: Whosoever remaineth from all these things that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation at the end of the world. That's the elect. 29. They're going to see their salvation at the end of the world. All right, and the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth, and the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. Yeah, that's the elect, man. For evil shall be put out. All right, see all this wickedness that's going on is being put out, and deceit shall be quenched. That's why all your lies are being put out, man. All your lies are coming to fore and being revealed, man. All right, it's that time we living in. As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which had been so long without fruit shall be declared. And we declaring this truth, and it's killing your kingdom, man. And all these people are about to go to war on these streets, World War III on these streets. All right, verse 8: The mirth of the tabernacle ceased, the noise of them that rejoice ended, the joy of the harp ceased. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. That's why your clubs, your bars are closing down. You ain't got none of that shit no more. All of that shit is going out of business. All right. Verse 10: The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is set up, that no man come in it. There is a crying for wine in the streets. That's why everything is shut down, man. This shit is being broken down. All right, and there's crying for wine in the street. You people gonna want to know answers. What's going on? All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Right, so there ain't gonna be no basketball, football, all these different sports, all these clubs. All that shit is dead. Verse 12. And the city is left desolation, and the gates is smitten with destruction. Man, this shit is all over with. All right, if you think this place is gonna live on and gonna be or whatever you think it's gonna be, you're gravely deceived, man. Yahweh Shemi outside is about to punish this place. Isaiah 13:11, and I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughty of the terrible. I will I will lay low the haughty of the terrible. So you devils about to go down, and everybody who join hand in hand with these devils, y'all going down too. All right. Verse 15, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. All right. So 2/3, you join unto them. You think that all so-called white people aren't evil, which that's a lie. They are. Proverbs 11:21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. You see, the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Proverbs 11:4. The righteous of the perfect shall direct his way. The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness, man. So you want to be caught up with Esau, you're going to partake in his judgment. But this system is crumbling, it's falling, and it cannot be healed anymore. I'm going to bring that out too. Alright, I'm going to wrap up after this. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh hand that made all the nations drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. This is her philosophies, her ideas, her cultures. Therefore, the nations are mad because everything that they follow from Esau is destroying their culture, is destroying their land, is destroying them. All right, because they're not following after the law, statutes, and commandments, which they weren't given. It was only given to the Israel. All right, but if they was follow them, they'll be better off than what they were now. All right, and in the kingdom, all these nations are gonna follow after the statutes, laws, and the commandments. It's not gonna be in their hearts, so they're gonna go off, and guess what? The men of the Lord are gonna judge the fuck out of them. All right, verse 8: Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so, she may be healed. All right, if she could be healed, they would have healed it by the repo operations, by these stimulus packages, by all this fake fiat money they pumping in the system. Verse 9: we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, meaning abandon her, and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up to the skies. Hopefully this was edifying to the sincere listeners. I like to say so. Salawam.